Listen, buddy, I'm only gonna be gone for 10 days, okay? It's just 10 days. You're gonna be just fine. Grandpa's gonna take great care of you. You're gonna have like a little vacation. And you know, you'll have Lavender, who will tolerate you. And you'll have Gallop, who totally understands, and he's been through it too, and he can comfort you. You know? It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're a big, strong, brave teddy bear. He's been really, obsessed with me all day, for lack of a better term, haven't you? You've been extra lovey-dovey. Big snugs. Big snugs. Yeah. Oh. I think he knows. If you know me, you know that I have said that I want to go to Japan, like since the beginning of my YouTube channel. For over a decade now, Japan has been number one or close to number one on my list. And you know, it just hasn't happened. I haven't had the opportunity, and I was traveling so much with work for so many years that anytime I wasn't traveling for work, I wasn't traveling. I was staying put at home. But since lockdown happened and everything, like, travel really stopped. And at the beginning of this year, or the end of 2022, which you might know was a really rough year for my family and I really said to myself, what do I want to accomplish in 2023? And the biggest thing that I wanted to do was travel more for pleasure, like travel more for me. And I've been planning a trip to Spain and France, which will be shared with all of you in July. But aside from that, I kept being like, I want to do Japan. I want to do all of these other places that have been on my list for so long, but I kept putting it off. And then a last minute opportunity came through. God was like, Molly, you keep putting it off. You really want to do this? You said 2023 was going to be your year of travel. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to help give you the push, the nudge you need. So I had a last minute work opportunity to go to Tokyo. And I honestly can't talk about it because I signed an NDA. But what I did do, given the opportunity, I decided to... Why are you focusing? This is so cute. So given I had the opportunity to go, it was going to be, if it's just for the work thing, like very short. But I was like, I'm not flying all the way to Tokyo. This place I have dreamed of going for way too long and not extend my stay. So my mom and I decided to take the opportunity that God was presenting and extend the stay for 10 full days. So I am leaving on Wednesday morning. Today is Monday afternoon. We had very little to no time to plan for this trip, so I've been reaching out to like everybody and their mother, and I'm like, you've been to Japan, tell me things. I've booked a private tour for one of our first days there. Like, I cannot wait. Now, one of the biggest reasons that I kept putting it off is because I can't bring my guide dog. This dude right here, Sir Elton John. Oh yes, you. I can't bring you. I know we've talked about this, and I know that's why you're really sad today. So he's been extra clingy all day. I swear to God, he knows that I'm leaving and he's not coming. This will be, the longest we've been apart from each other is like a couple of hours. When I say a couple of hours, I mean like
an hour.
Though there was one time when he was accidentally locked.
Sitting on the knee.
There was one time he was accidentally locked out of my room. And so he didn't see me for like a couple of hours and he panicked. But I was actually right behind the door. You just didn't know it. So it's going to be rough on both of us, isn't it? Mommy has to bring her dreaded cane. We know Mommy doesn't love her cane. Elton John will be here at the BC condo with Lavender and Gallop, and my dad, who is staying here, will be taking care of him. Now, I will share the extensive list that I've written for my dad of care instructions for Elton John, and I am going to talk about the experience of leaving a guide dog for the first time, my recommendations for that, and all of that in this video. But first, I seriously need to get packing. I leave in like less than 48 hours. Oh my God, that's stressful, Mom.
Yes.
Okay, so we're bringing 2 carry-on away suitcases and 1 large away suitcase, and that's it for 10 days. I'm hoping to not fill this to the brim because I'm hoping to shop while I'm there. One of my favorite designers of all time, Issey Miyake, is Japanese, so I'm really hoping to get an Issey Miyake piece when I'm there. And of course, you guys know I love fashion, and Japanese fashion is on point. The streets of Tokyo, everybody's fly. I'm like really nervous. I've got to dress to impress. These people are always on point. I am like matcha, oh my God, matcha galore. All the sushi I could possibly consume. Like, you guys, this is my dream. I am so excited. I have my carry-on bag to pack as well. I've got my packing cubes here. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Let's get packing. Oh my god, the flight is so long. It's so long. I haven't been on a long flight in ages, like years. I don't know if I can handle this, but we've got to get used to it because we're going to Spain and France this time.
That's right.
Which is also very long.
Yeah.
The time change is 14 hours, which I've done before.
Is it not 16? No.
Oh shoot, you're right. Oh god. It's stressful. I've done that before. When I went to South Korea a few years back, that was a 14-hour flight, a 16-hour time change, and I was only there for 4 days, and I was working the entire time, like scheduled day to night. So that was really intense, and I managed. And I didn't have Gallup with me. I was just with my dad. So this time Mama B is taking the place. You've never been to Asia. No, you went to China.
I went to China.
You went to China.
Yes.
How did you find the time change when you went to China?
Do you know, I don't really remember. I guess I don't remember.
I feel like
I know it was a very long flight.
Yeah.
I don't think I slept that much on the flight, so maybe I just hit the pillow and slept. And we were on a bus tour, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, maybe
sit in the bus and fall asleep, or
maybe we'll just stay up the whole flight. We're not booked in seats next to each other, which is a little stressful because it was a pretty last minute trip. So I don't know, maybe once we arrive, we'll like to the airport on Wednesday, they'll manage to like switch our seats or something. But a really long flight without my person next to me is scary, and no dog. It's gonna be really weird. My drawers are chaos. They are such a mess right now, so like don't judge me. I mean, obviously I have to bring this outfit. It literally has like Japanese writing and stuff on it. I work with a makeup artist who is from Japan. She moved here 4 years ago, and I wore this in front of her once, and she was like, oh my god, and she was like telling me what it says. I can't remember, but everybody loves this outfit, and I feel like this is just so Tokyo. So that I'm definitely gonna bring. All right, I got the 2 carry-ons. So again, we're hoping to just each have our away backpacks, each have 1 away carry-on, and then check this one large one. My big one is pink, one of the little ones is pink, and then I have my newest sky blue one. This is not sponsored, by the way, just to be clear. I think the easiest thing for me to do is just put you on hyperspeed, and you can kind of watch me as I hurriedly pack, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to stop talking to my internet friends, and this video is going to be forever long, and I'm not going to pack, and I really need to pack, so let's do it.
Here we're seeing that hyperspeed footage of Molly packing for her trip to Japan, moving all over the room, into the bathroom, filling up the large suitcase.
Elton John, are you trying to make it the Elton John show? As per usual, that's right. He says, well, I'm just checking for my giblets, and I don't see them. The suitcase does seem to be half empty still, so that must be for my stuff, which I still don't see. He is, I swear, you guys, dogs know so much more than we give them credit for. He has been so stinking clingy. For 2 days now, you've been so clingy. Even this morning, he jumped on my bed and sat on me and would not get off. So yesterday, mid-filming, the camera died, so I don't know where I was with you guys. But basically, we're fully packed. We've got almost half a suitcase still empty, so Mama can shop, Elton. Jesus. There
oh,
we go.
He's settled.
My neck pillow, I've got... Is Gallup coming in?
Gallup's coming in.
He's like, am I coming or what? Looks like they're leaving you behind, buddy. Would you like me to comfort you? I know all about this. They went to Korea once. I wasn't invited. What else? I have an empty water bottle, a beauty bag, like a bunch of stuff in my carry-on. It's really light though. I didn't pack too heavy. This carry-on has my expensive hair tools, expensive bags, shoes, and clothes, like anything I just wouldn't want to lose. And then the rest of my mom's stuff and my stuff is in here. And then she has a roll-along as well, right?
Yep.
And a backpack like mine.
Yep.
She has a black version. I have the gray. I have the blue. She has the pink. It's a whole little set.
All away.
We're so cute. To take us away, I'm so excited. So it's like 10 o'clock at night. And tomorrow we leave for the airport at noon, and then I'm getting my bangs trimmed.
Somebody else is in.
Jeez, the whole family's checking out what's happening. I think all cats love to climb in suitcases. Don't you? What are you up to, Mr. Panty Panty? Lavender calls Elton a mouth. If you just so much as talk to him, he's up and on it. We cleaned his ears out, didn't we?
Yeah.
But so I've left an extensive list for my father. When you get a new dog, you don't want to leave them too soon. Like when you get a new guide dog, the bond has to solidify. We have been together for almost a year. We've been together for how long? 9 months? You want to sit over here? Okay. Ow, ow, ow. I think it's It's 9 months we've been together.
Yeah.
So our bond it's solid, guys. solid. In fact, I think we could do with the bond kind of like
Reducing
lessen-
down a bit.
Yeah, we could
It's intensifying too much.
We could weaken it a bit, bud. And so, yeah, you want to let that bond solidify. So ideally, you don't leave them for too long for the, for the first while. I am.
This guy just loves to steal the show.
In case you're wondering.
He's got a very big personality, this guy.
In case you're blind and you're wondering, that was Elton John scratching himself and whacking
At the suitcase.
the suitcase every time.
Oh
Okay,
my. Oh, he's moving again. Okay.
So,
Now, and then there's Gallop.
the calm, sweet baby. So I've picked out my outfit for the plane. I'll show you tomorrow. I'm going to get up early and I'm going to wash my hair, shower, just feel really good going onto the plane.
Hello.
I don't think we can keep doing this, Elton John. You need to goosh. I'm very excited for the food in Japan. Anyways, okay. Focus, Molly. Focus. So I've left an extensive list with my father of how to care for Elton John, which includes sharing the commands because they are in French, but on Elton. Even if your commands are in English, though, like sometimes guide dog commands aren't, they're like obscure, like park or get busy to go to the bathroom. So I've left any of kind of those everyday commands, sit, stay, blah, blah, blah. I've left instructions on how to care for his ears, his feeding, like what that looks like. And, Elton eats on command, so he has to sit and wait for his food. And specifically, I've said to my dad in this long email, maybe I'll actually put it up on the screen so you guys can read it, and I'll write them all down below in case you can't see the screen, because I'm just going off the top of my head. But it includes things like, put the food in the bowl with him outside the door so that he doesn't actually see my dad putting food in the bowl. Because that's a big way in which dogs bond, is who feeds me. And so that's why as a guide dog handler, you never want to let other people feed your dog. So I'm making sure that Elton doesn't see the food go in the bowl by my dad. And then my dad will give him the you can eat command. Things like how to have him in a heel position on a walk. Telling my dad that he needs to stop at every street crossing, the way that my guide dog would when he's on harness. Stop when you get to stairwells, things like that. So that way, even though he's not working, he's still maintaining his manners, maintaining his skills, maintaining, his behaviors and commands. And that way, when I come back, he's still used to doing those things. So that's kind of my biggest thing. I am very nervous. I'm very anxious. I know I'm going to miss him so much. I'm going to miss all the animals, but obviously, especially Elton, given he is my daily dog, But yeah, I think it'll be good for us.
He's going to go crazy when he sees you again.
I don't know. I really hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he doesn't kind of part of me feels like he'll be sad for a few days and then he'll just move on. Because you know him, he's a live in the moment kind of guy.
He loves everyone, but especially with Molly. Crazy about Molly.
The laws are just too difficult on such short notice to get him into the country. And even if he did get into the country, there is a bit more access issues from my research for guide dog users in Japan than I would be used to here. So that's why.
And the paperwork would be extensive.
And it was just too difficult because this opportunity came up very last minute and I just couldn't turn down an opportunity to a place I've wanted to go for over a decade, number one on my list. So it was what was meant to be. Neve's yawning.
I know.
You've got to get to bed. I think I'm going to stay up most of the night. I think that if we can stay awake the entire flight, we'll be able to get onto the correct time zone pretty quickly.
But then shouldn't you sleep tonight?
Yeah, I should, but I don't know if I will. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Because if we can stay up the whole flight, we would land at 8 p.m., and by the time we get to our hotel, and unpack a bit, probably be 10:30, and then we just go to sleep.
Yeah.
That would be ideal. Because the next day, we got big things planned. Okay, get to bed, Nick. Get to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Oh my god, our last night together.
Oh, the little tail waggy as always.
I left Gypsy for a month when I went to Kenya and for a month when I went to India.
Yeah, you did. And she survived.
And she survived a month.
And still loved you.
And still loved me and was still a great worker.
So, there you go.
And when you... Okay,
You've
it's
done
gonna
it.
be fine. It's gonna be fine.
And when you went to London.
Yes. Yes.
There were many times.
Yeah.
Night, Molly.
See
Love
you
you.
tomorrow when we go to... I got 3.5 hours of sleep. Got up, showered, washed my hair, got my bangs trimmed, COVID vaccine, got a little bit of makeup on, no mascara. We don't need no eye irritation on the plane. And I am very anxious. I had a protein shake and a cold pressed juice. I just want to like be on the plane or be there already. I'm just so anxious about leaving you, buddy. I want to cry.
Oh.
Yeah, I literally want to cry.
Oh.
I do. He says, me too, Mom. Me too, but I'll be fine. Yeah.
Look, he's sitting on your knee. Oh, what a baby he is.
He's such a baby. He says, I'll be fine. You, on the other hand, with that stick, I'm not sure. It's quite dangerous. I don't trust it.
Look at these little paws. They need a groomie.
He needs a groomy.
Don't
It's time
you?
for the
You need a
groomies, isn't it? It's time for the groomies. So we're meeting up with my friend Megan, who's not coming with us, but she is going to the airport to pick up her boyfriend. So it was perfect timing. So we're gonna go together. She's gonna help with the bag. Yeah, it's all good. I'm comfy. This is my airplane outfit. Elton, I gotta show them the fit. I got my Crocs on, pink Crocs, which will act as my slippers in the hotel room with some socks. And I got my comfy hot shot pants from Free People. Got a little tank top because you gotta layer on flights because it can either be cold or hot. You never know which. And then I just have this wool yan sweater, and because it's real wool, it's like very, very, very warm. And then I have a little jacket. Is it back here?
Yep.
Okay, put it on the floor. Is it on the floor?
I picked it up.
Then I have my jacket that I'm gonna layer, and I packed a scarf and knee-high socks in my carry-on in case I get cold. So I'm all good to go. I got my hyaluronic happy kiss, tinted lipstick, lip balm, lip gloss hybrid from Charlotte Tilbury, the absolute best. And I'm ready. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I'm glad to see you smiling.
If I say it,
It will be great. Okay.
My babe. He just ran over and gave me a big kiss on the face. Suitcase is being closed up over there, and it's time to head out, Elton. Oh, Mom, I'm gonna miss him so much.
I know.
Why is this making me so emotional?
Oh, he's like your baby.
It's good, I'll get my anxiety out. It's okay, Elton. We're at the airport.
What's happening?
They wouldn't let us check in because we were that early for the flight. We were an hour too early to check in. So we grabbed tea. And Megan sat with us and had tea. And got me a cookie. Very kind friend.
And now Megan's
Boyfriend
is here.
Welcome to the internet. And now we're off.
To check in.
We are getting ready to board. We got through. Everything went well. They were able to move our seats, so Mom and I are sitting together. We have a middle and aisle. I never like to sit in the aisle because I can't see when they're coming around, so my mom
May I have your attention, please, for...
Sorry, I got cut off. It was time to board. So we are on the plane now, settled into our seats. I FaceTimed Elton. He's not at the door when I left for 5 minutes, but then he seems to be okay now, so, you know, he's gonna be okay.
He's gonna be fine. He's
I'm
gonna be
feeling
good.
a lot less anxious. I had a little snack, and I'm ready to fly. I'm gonna listen to plenty of audiobooks for the next 10 hours.
Here we're seeing some B-roll of the flight, some of the safety video they play, some of the first meal they get. There's some seaweed salad and edamame on that plate, yum. And some footage out the window of the plane.
Just had the flight breakfast. We're landing soon. And honestly, no pun intended, the flight flew by, didn't it, Mom?
It flew. Honestly, it felt like 2 hours.
Okay, that's dramatic. It felt like 5 or 6 instead of 10, which I feel like is pretty good.
Well, I watched so many movies. I was engrossed in every movie, so it just flew by.
But I want to show you guys this tray table design, because you guys know I have flown all over the world. I've been on countless flights. There's so many different airlines. And I've never seen a tray table designed like this. The cup has a hole cut out, so it like fits in. And I love this because as a blind person, I am known to accidentally knock over my cup on flights because they're always such light cups. Whereas this way, I can't do that. Just one design that's fairly accessible to start this trip off, and I have a feeling there's going to be many
Here's some footage out the window of the plane. There's even a rainbow underneath the wing of the plane, so pretty. And footage of the plane landing, and you can start to see buildings and the city as the plane gets closer to the ground.
I'm going to turn and wave, Molly. Do you like the light at the side?
I love the light.
The light's good, eh?
It's guiding my way.
Guiding you, yeah, it's really helpful. Yeah. And here's our car, Molly.
We made it. 3 a.m., just after 3 a.m. our time, 7 p.m. Here in Japan. Our cars come to pick us up. They drive on the other side of the road here. Now you know.
Here we see some B-roll of the drive from the airport to the hotel. They are, in fact, on the opposite side of the road, very trippy. And there's a lot of footage of the tall skyscrapers with a bunch of little yellow dots from lights on behind those windows. It's got a very city vibe, very pretty.
All right, we're arriving at the hotel. I feel like death. Like living death, like warmed up death. I'm so excited to go to bed. It's 4:30 a.m. for me and I feel like I'm dying. I'm fairly certain. I had like 3.5 hours of sleep the night before and then like 2 half-hour naps on the plane. I might die. Sleep deprivation. I was gonna do a tour of the hotel room. It's so stinking cute, but I'm too tired, so that's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But we've already seen so many cool accessibility features, which is exactly what I was hoping to find when I came to Tokyo. So tomorrow we'll have a grand adventure, and for now, I'm gonna go to sleep. I miss Elton. I miss Elton. He's so fluffy.
Sorry, Molly.
Mommy's just so fluffy.
I know, I miss Lavender and Gallop.
Yeah, they're good too.